Hello and welcome, my name is Charlotte and I am the High Heel Stitcher. This is not a normal floss tube, this is a Flosstube Extra. This is my video where I show you all my projects that I am going to start in my 33 while 33. So what is that? 33 while 33 is something that I've come up with. I want 33 new starts while I am aged 33. I turn 33 at the end of September, so I am going to basically have 33 new starts in the next year. I've worked it out that it will be roughly an average every 11 days I should be having a new start, so that is what I've done. I've set out every 11 days I will have a new start, and the plan is to have a spinner, and I will spin for that new start in advance. So I have got set projects that I want to start on set dates, so they have already been predetermined, but I will tell you about those when we get to them. So yeah, there we go. So I will spin. So my first new start is a freebie by the Witchy Stitcher. It's Jason Welcome. I'll show you in a second, but I just want to give a few details of what it is, of what I'm planning on doing, because I feel a little bit crazy doing it, but I know there are, like, people do 50 for 50, 60 for 60, so I thought I'd do it for my 33rd. So I will start my first new start on the 27th of September, but I will also spin that day for the project that I will be starting in the 11 days time, so I have enough time to buy any thread that I need. I'm planning not to buy fabric. I'm trying to use as much fabric from stash as possible. So we'll start on the 27th of September, and I will spin for the one that I am going to start in 11 days time, which works out on the 8th of October. So I am planning to do that on a video and upload it on that date. So I will be doing, hopefully, a video of every 11 days with my progress on the project that I'd stitched on, and spin for the one that I'm going to be starting in 11 days time, and then obviously show you the one that I'm starting on that date. I have 47 projects here, and I have 3 free spaces for projects where if I see something that I really like, or there's a new sale or something like that, then I can use one of the 3 free spaces that I've got and go, right, I'm not going to spin the wheel for next week, I'm going to start this one. If I finish one of my projects within the 11 days, I'm then going to go back to my oldest new start. There is dust everywhere, I'm so sorry. My oldest new start in this challenge, to get some of that done, to try and get that to a finish. If I don't have one, so I've finished them all, or it's so early in the challenge that I don't have any other new starts, then I will go back to my old projects, like my Middle Earth map or something like that. I think that's the basic idea of what I'm doing. So let's show you what my projects are. Obviously I have 47. I'm not going to start all of them, but I didn't want to restrict myself to just the 33 and go, right, that's what I'm starting. I wanted a bit of variety, and that I know that I won't, that there will be 17 that I won't get to stitch. I'm fine with that. So let's start with no particular order, but I will tell you the ones that have a specific start date. So let's start off with some bothy, and we will start off with my bothy shoes. I've got 5 bothy kits that have been chosen. So the way that I chose these projects is when I did my whip parade, my chart parade, I went through all my stash and I wrote down all my projects, all my charts, kits into a spreadsheet, and then put that spreadsheet onto a spinner, and I spun and picked, and they were the projects that I have got here. I spun it, I think 3 or 4 times over, and then picked specific ones from that spin, if that makes sense. If not, it was a spin. So the first one is Revere. It's a bothy. I am changing the fabric out on this to vintage marble Zweigart 18 count. I've already finished one of these kits on that fabric, so I've decided I'm going to do them all. So that is the first. The second one is Holiday. And then the third is Posy. I have tried to pick projects that were gifts to me, because I thought if they're gifted to me, I would like to try and get them done sooner. So Posy I got in a gift exchange at the Bella retreat this year, so that is one of them. The other 2 I think were gifts. Holiday I brought at the Knitting and Stitching show, and Reva I think was a gift from my parents or my sister, so it was a birthday or Christmas gift. So, next are my other 2 bothy kits. One is Christmas Donkey. I believe this is my oldest bothy kit, so I do need to get this one done. I do want to swap out the fabric because I do not like 14 count Ada, so I am going to try and find some spotty 16 or 18 count. And then the other one is 3 of a kind. This is going to be a gift for my mum when I finally get round to stitching it. They have no set dates, so they will just be spun. Next, I've tried to open and unzip all the project bags before the video because I know that can be quite annoying, zipping and unzipping. Right. Next we have, this one is Poppy. It's a Nora Corbett. I won this as a giveaway from Crafty Creative Claire, I think, on Flosstube and Instagram. I won this as a giveaway a few years ago, and I do mean to stitch it. I believe this is now out of print. Haven't decided on the fabric yet, but I know it will be an even weave from my stash. So, and this is in my Canny Little Fox travel project bag. Next we have, this is in a Lollipop Stitches project bag, and it is, there's actually 2 projects in here, but only one has been put in as on my spinner, and it's by the Stitch Crypt, and it's called Defender of the Seas, and this is going to be stitched on an 18 count Trick or Treat by KLT Charting. There is sorry, husband's closing my door. So yes, the second project in here is called the Black Pearl, and it's by the Witchy Stitcher. This is also going to be stitched on this piece of fabric. They both can fit on, but only the Stitch Crypt has been called. You never know, that might turn out to be one of my free ones, but yeah, on this fabric. I'm going to try and do this video without editing, so I can just upload it straight away. So I'm not... I'm going to cut out. So next we have in this project bag that I made myself with high heels. In here we have Bella Filipina Stitches and Lots of Tea. This was a freebie at this year's Bella Stitchy Retreat. I am going to try and get this one stitched before we go to the Bella Retreat next year. So I may just, instead of spinning the wheel, if it's not been called by probably March, mid-March, I think I'm just gonna go, right, I'm gonna stitch this. So this is going to be stitched all on this piece of 28 count KLT Charting Solent Stitches Retreat exclusive fabric that she did for a few years ago for I think it was the first ever Southampton Stitches Retreat that Doyle hosted. It was such a good time. The hotel was atrocious, but we had such a good time. Absolutely not Claire's fault at all. It was just the hotel. So yes, that is one. It doesn't have a specific start date, but I would like it done by a specific date. Next we have so there's a few projects in here. This is a Disney bag by Stitch Bunny Shop. There's the label there. I have tried to give them all their own project bags, but there is a few that have just had to be bundled together. So this one is by Sue Hillis Designs. It is The Beatings Will Continue Until Morale Improves. I absolutely love that. It does come with a charm, the little charm down here. There is a second charm in the back, but this one hasn't been called, so that. Then we have The Pirate by Cottage Garden Samplings. I'm hoping to do all of these on the same camp fabric, so most likely vintage country mocha, but I don't know if I want to do it on Ada or even Weave yet. So This was part of the snowman series, but it's the only snowman that I got. Isn't he amazing? And then the last project in here is called Shiver Me Timbers. Again, it's a Sue Hillis design. This I saw on Dawn's Frosty X Stitches Flosstube a while ago, and I saw it and I fell in love. I think I had to get this from 123 Stitch because nowhere in the UK had it. Yes, absolutely love that. I haven't picked out a fabric yet for this, but it most likely will just be a grey. Next, in a Lion King project bag that I made myself, Lion King, are just the odd charts that I haven't been able to get fabric for yet. I'm hoping we'll get into a project bag at some point. So the first one is Skyrim map. This one I got on Etsy. Let's see if I was able to find the designer on this one. No, I wasn't able to. And I'm not entirely sure if it's still available. But my husband loves playing Skyrim, so I saw this and I went, yeah, I'll do that for him. This one will most likely get done before Middle-earth map. So next is Elf Workshop Stocking by Doreen Jones. This was originally in a magazine, but she has now brought it out on her Etsy and it is Pattern Keeper compatible, so I'm so happy with this. This is going to be stitched for the lovely Nat. Love it, live it, make it yours. Next we have Mr. Grinch by the Cross Stitch Studio. This was a limited edition chart. It will be stitched on 18 count Ada. I'm not entirely sure what colour yet, but it will be one from Stash. Next we have Behold My Stuff by Circus Stitches. And then the last one in here is Good Friends Are Like Stars by Stitch Rovia. So those are the odd charts. Again, none of them have specific start dates. Next we have, so this is Christmas Cross Stitch by Naya Cross Stitch. Yeah. This one was gifted to me by my lovely friend HJ. And it will be gifted on once it is done. So I have picked out 4 different fabrics as I'm not entirely sure which one I want to stitch it on. So the first one is Thunder Brews. This one is a sparkly opalescent fabric by KLT Charting. Next we have Princess of Stockport, again a sparkly by KLT Charting. Next we have Mulled Wine, again by KLT Charting. This was an Advent exclusive in 2023. Again, opalescent. And then the last one, again, is an Advent 2023 exclusive called Sludgy Snow. This is the only one that's not sparkly. So, if you have any recommendations of what fabric to use, please let me know. 2 of them are Ada, 116, 118, and then we have a 28 even weave and a 32 even weave. So 4 different counts of fabric. This one is in another Stitch Bunny project bag with adorable Pokemon and fruit. Next we have Welcome by the Cricket Collection. I have picked this 32 count even weave called Fairy Wings by KLT Charting, and I think I can fit 2 on here. So I know some of these have like special threads and beads, but I think this one is just DMC. This one is in a Stitch Mania Stash project bag that I got at the Big Stitch. Next one, this is one of my favourite charts. So this will be a restart, and it is Christmas Donkey by the Cross Stitch Studio, aka Dominic. Oh, I just love him. So Dominic will be a restart. I originally did start him 28 count 1/1, but I did not like the fabric. It was just a plain even weave, so I've now got some Magic Guide. But now I am unsure whether or not I do want to do it on 28 count or if I want to do it on a different count fabric. I am loving stitching my Middle Earth mat, which is 1/1 on 28 count. My original plan was to restart Dominic on 28 count 2/1 tent. I'm going to give that a go. If I don't like it, I will then try a 25 count 2/1 tent. And again, if I don't like that, then I'm going to just go screw it and do it on 18 count 2/1. 18 count is my happy place. I love, that is my favourite type of fabric, so I think I may just go screw it, I'm going to do it on 28 count. I'm going to do it on 18 count Ada, and he's just going to be massive. Next we have, oh, these are the ones that have a specific start date on them, and that is the Year in the Woods by Cottage Garden Samplings. So I am only going to be starting 9 of these during the challenge. So the first one will be started, when would it be started? So the reindeer, I know this is number 12, but this one will be the first one that I start. This one will be started in January, so the first date in January that gets called, which is, I don't know when that is, the 4th. So this one will be started on the 4th of January. Then the fox will be started on the 6th of February. The swans will be started on the 11th of March. The jackrabbit will be started on the 2nd of April. The raccoon, sorry, I got my tablet under me, will be started on the 5th of May. The ferret will be started on the 7th of June. The bear will be started on the 10th of July. The bald eagle will be started on the 1st of August. And then the owl, the barn owl, will be started on the 3rd of September. Depending on how far I get with these, I may continue to start these once a month after the challenge, but I can't guarantee it. So I will be starting the winter, spring and summer, which means the autumn ones will not be started. So that's the woodpecker, the bat, and then the beaver. So they have specific start dates. Will I get them done in the 11 days? Probably not, especially not the reindeer in January. So that's them. And of course, right, so I have got all the specialty threads for them, and then these are the fabrics that I have chosen for them. So the winter ones, which is the reindeer, the fox and the swans, will be stitched on 18 count Joseph by KLT Charting. The spring charts, which is the jackrabbit, the raccoon and the ferret, are going to be stitched on Spring Whispers. And then the bear, the bald eagle and the barn owl are being stitched on Frosty Spruce. Which leaves the autumn ones, and they will get stitched, are going to be stitched on Gingerbread Man by KLT Charting. These, as I said, are the only ones that have specific start dates, apart from one other chart that I have. Right. My next project is a full coverage. It is Forest Walk by Heaven and Earth Designs. Artwork is by Anne Stokes. This is unfortunately retired now, but he's just so majestic. So I have got some 28 count Magic Guide, Easy Count, whichever one it is. But again, unsure if I'm just going to bite the bullet and do it on 18 count and just make him huge. With the full coverages, I think I have 4 in the projects that have been called for this challenge, but I think I'm going to limit myself to only having 2 full coverage starts. So if, say, Forest Walk gets called and then Dominic gets called, those will be the 2 that I start. And then say the stocking gets called, I'm not going to start that one because I've already had 2 big full coverage starts. So I am trying to restrict myself. We'll wait and see what happens, what gets called. So next project is Fourth Wing. It's by Idris Studios, the lovely Jen, Wolf Down the Rabbit Hole. Now this one I have got 2 fabrics picked out for this as I'm unsure what they are going, which one I want to be. I know that it has to be on an 18 count Ada because I have a specific frame that I want this done in. So the 2 fabrics that I have is Out of Orbit Troca by KLT Charting, or Kingfisher, again by KLT Charting. I will be using black DMC, and this is the frame that I want it to go in. I think that will look quite nice there. This is in my cross stitch Jess project bag that I won in her giveaway. Next we have a Mill Hill Buttons and Beads high heel. Next we have Die Hard by Hoops and Stitches. This I won in a giveaway on Instagram. And Die Hard is a Christmas movie. It's one of my favourite Christmas movies. I am going to swap the fabric around. Instead of doing it on green fabric, I'm going to do it on grey fabric and swap the grey trees to green. And I am going to stitch it on Silver Moon by KLT Charting. That's just in a plastic envelope. Next, again in just a plastic wallet, is Myth and Magic Icons Hunters. That's just going to be stitched on white. And then the other one is Tribal Seahorse, again by KLT Charting. And I'm going to stitch that on a 16 count Going Fishing. I don't know what that was. But the husband hasn't screamed, so I'm assuming everything is okay. Next we have Raven Queen by Mirabilia. This was passed to me by the lovely Jen, not cross Jen, who has finished this, and it looks absolutely stunning. So I am going to hopefully start her. I'm not 100% sure on the fabric choice yet. But Jen also gifted me the leftover threads and beads. So once she is done, probably in like 7 or 8 years, again, that will be gifted on. I think I have 4 fancy ladies in my pile, in this challenge. And I'm going to limit myself to having 1 fancy lady new start, unless I finish one. Because I currently already have Mayari on the go, and I don't particularly want to have more than 2. But if obviously Poppy gets called, then, and I finish her before the next fancy lady gets called, then I will stitch that. But ideally I don't want more than 2 fancy ladies on the go. Next is Mini Once Upon a Time by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is another Anne Stokes artwork, and it is unfortunately retired. This was a mini, and it was kindly RA'd to me, racked to me. I haven't asked the person's permission to say their name, so I won't, but it was very kindly wrapped to me, and that is going to be stitched on just an 18 count magic card. Oh, this one was right. Next we have Stupid Sexy Flanders by Happy Sloth Co. Oh, Happy Sloth. Got this on Etsy. I have stitched one of her designs before. It was the Mr. Burns mermaid, which I gifted to my husband last year, and this one I am going to do again for my husband and gift it to him. And I've just got this plain blue even weave that's in my stash. He really liked his Mr. Burns, so I really hope he likes Stupid Sexy Flanders. Right, next we have Donkey in Flowers. This is from Mama Witch X Stitch on Etsy, and it was kindly gifted to me by my lovely friend Lou, who I go to the Bella Retreat. But yes, isn't he adorable? I will be stitching him on black fabric. I do not have any black fabric at the moment, so when that gets cooled, or if that gets cooled, I will then buy some black Ada. Next is Everything is Better with a Little Magic. This is a Stitchrovia chart, originally in a magazine but is now on her Etsy store. She has two versions of this. She has a darker version and a lighter version. I am doing the darker version. So, yes, I am going to try and do it on a dark navy fabric. Again, don't have it in my stash yet, but when that gets cooled is when I will buy some. Next, in my dragon case, 4-pocket case, these are all my kaleidoscopes by KLT Charting. So that's the cat that I finished. This one is the unicorn that is currently in progress. That is the leftover threads that I have of my dragon, which is on the bookshelf over there. But in this back pocket here is the one that has been called, which is Kaleidoscope Hippo. This one may have a specific start date. I have not decided yet. If it does, it will be started on the 20th of August next year. It is going to be stitched on some Smoky Rose. It is a KLT Charting fabric, and this is fabric from my lovely friend Erica's stash. So yes, that will most likely be started next year on the 20th of August. Yes, in my dragon canny little fox 4-pocket bag. So there is some leftover thread for the kaleidoscope cat, so I'll be using that, the leftover thread from my dragon, and any leftover thread that I've got from the unicorn will be used in the hippo, plus any fabric thread from stash. Right, next in my other 4-pocket project bag by, again, Canny Little Fox. This one is Jason. Has the project that I'm going to start on my birthday on the 27th of September, and it is Welcome Campers. This is a freebie by the Witchy Stitcher. And I was planning to get it done and stitched before the husband's birthday, which is 2 days after mine, but I realised that there's like 3,500 stitches in this project, and there's no way I'm getting that done in 2 days. So maybe 3 days. He might get it by the end of his birthday. So this is being stitched on a piece of hand-dyed fabric, yellow fabric that I dyed myself with some turmeric tea bags. I think it's an 18 count Ada, but I've already stitched a piece because I dyed 2 pieces. One I've already used for Welcome to Camp Crystal Lake, again by the Witchy Stitcher, so I thought that would be nice to stitch both of them on the same fabric. Anyway, and then the other, so there's 2 other projects in here. The first one is When I Think Of, and it's July. I got this in an exchange at the Bella Retreat last year. And it does come with the little button. It's by Putini, and I do not have any fabric chosen for this yet. Come on. And then my other project in here is another Putini, and it is Sweet Holidays. And again, it comes with the button. I got this from the Patchwork Rabbit. I think it was the Patchwork Rabbit. Yeah, when me and Nat went down there a couple of years ago. Yes. I'm hoping that the Sweet Holidays and July are small enough that I can get it done in 11 days. I would hope so. Right. Next we have, oh, this, so happy this got chosen as one of the projects. So it is Dark Queen of the Earth by Autumn Lane Stitchery. Now there is 2 versions of this. There is her with her dark brown skin, and there is her with some green skin. Originally, when I brought this, I was going to do the green skin, but when I went to the Bella Retreat this year, there was 2 finished Dark Queens. There was one with the green skin and then the one with the brown skin, and the brown skin was absolutely, they were both stunning, but the brown just spoke to me so much more, and pictures do not do these projects justice at all. So I have now decided to swap, and I am doing the brown skin version. I got the called for fabric from Under the Sea, and this is the colourway Nightshade, and it is 32 count Lugana. I also bought the thread pack and the beads from Under the Sea Fabrics, which is in America. So yeah, if I hadn't done it for my Dark Queen of the Seas, then I probably wouldn't have done it for the Dark Queen of the Earth, but I did it for Dark Queen of the Sea, so I decided to buy the fabric and the threads and beads from her direct. Sorry. And I'm now gonna have to do that for when they do Earth, when they do Fire and Air, which, so yes, this is in a Stitch Mania stash bag, again the one that I got from the Big Stitch. Right, next is another Sue Hillis design. It is Christmas Calories. Mad Morty has stitched this, and when she was stitching this, oh, I think it was a couple of years ago now, I really wanted to stitch it with her, but I had so many other things that I needed to get done. I didn't, but I really wanted to. So yes, I am really excited to stitch on that. I have got 3 fabrics to choose from. So I have, the first one is Pink Gin, which is a 2023 Advent exclusive from KLT Charting. Next we have Hugs and Kisses. It's February 2020 limited edition, pink and white. And then I have this, which is Season's Greetings, again KLT Charting, and it's got pinks and greens, and it is opalescent. KLT Charting. I'm being drawn to this one most, and I think it should be okay. I may be wrong. I'm crap at choosing fabric. I normally get the husband to choose because he has never picked a bad fabric. He has a better eye for colours than I do, so he doesn't seem impressed when I ask him to do it, but he does it. And this is in a Turtle Bay Stitches bag with flamingos and toucans. I just have to say a pelican. Right, I think we're almost there. We're almost there. Next is my last fancy lady, and it is Holly Berry by Bella Filipina. I instantly fell in love with this when I saw it. She is fully kitted because I was planning to start her at the last Bella retreat, but Mayari is only a third of the way through, so I decided that I was going to concentrate on getting Mayari stitched, because I would love Mayari stitched for the next Bella retreat, which is not going to happen. So this is on Lust by KLT Charting, 32 count. Lion King bag. I'm pretty sure this is a Turtle Bay Stitches bag, but I may be wrong. Last project, last one. Last one is by Cross Stitch with Art, and it is Don't Do Cocaine in the Bathroom. I got this on Etsy and I just laughed so much with that. So I was like, yeah, that's going in the downstairs bathroom. That is definitely going in the downstairs bathroom. That is going to be stitched on. So I got Vintage Grey. Ada. Now, if you watched my last Flosstube, which was a very long one, so don't blame me if you didn't, I brought this thinking it was the fabric that I stitched my bothy shoe on, and when it arrived it was obviously a lot grayer and darker, and I was like, oh, they've changed. I don't know why it's there, because I brought the Vintage Grey marble and I should have just brought Vintage Marble. So I need to read the description the next time. So yes, that Don't Do Cocaine in the Bathroom is going to be stitched on that fabric. And that is all the projects. I may have forgotten one or two. I think that is everything. Yeah. Sorry, I'm reading. I'll chop this off. think that is everything. That is all my projects that could be spun in my 33 while 33. Obviously not all of them will get stitched, which is fine. So I will start on the 27th of September with my Welcome Campers by the Witchy Stitcher, and on that video I will also spin for the project that I will be starting 11 days later, so that if anybody wants to join in, they are more than happy to. I'm more than happy for you to join in. I would love you to, if you have that project. And it also gives me time to order any fabric if I need it, order any threads if I need it, and just get prepared. So that is the plan. If I finish that project within the 11 days, so say I finish it in 7, I then have 4 days that I can stitch on one of the other new starts that I've had in this challenge. And if I don't have a new start that's not been finished, or it's so early in the challenge that I don't have one, then I will go back and stitch on something, one of my other projects like Middle Earth Map or Mayari or something like that. So I hope that was clear and you enjoyed watching what projects I will be working on. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you have any advice on what fabric to use on any of the projects, then please let me know. I would love your opinion and your input on this. I think that is everything. Yeah, any questions, any comments, please let me know. I really love reading your comments, so I hope you are all safe and well, and I'm really looking forward to starting this challenge in a month. So happy stitching, bye.